Hey guys, my name is Synopsis. Welcome back to Movie Geek channel with another video. I decided to do something really fun and just why not? Why not make a top 5 films that should be on Criterion? With all the mix of happening with the Criterion 50% off sale that's going on at Barnes and Noble, that's still going on, and I order more Criterion that's coming up soon with my part 2 on my Criterion haul, but it hasn't arrived yet at home. So I decided to do something really fun. So let's get right into it. And this is the film that is directed by Duncan Jones, and I just love this movie. I discovered this movie when I was in my early teenage years when I got on Blu-ray for the first time. And this film deserved a better Blu-ray treatment, in my opinion. That is Moon. And this is a wonderful, wonderful sci-fi psychological film that, but with just one character dealing with anxiety, mental breakdown, and just all alone isolation. And it's a great, great film. A unique concept and a unique idea, and a great performance by Sam Rockwell. And what makes this movie so great because it's just a one character piece. It's all about Sam Rockwell character in the moon all alone, and it's psychological. That's one thing I love about this movie. Is psychological. The sense of what's going on with his mind, and just the story that goes on with him and why he goes crazy. And Moon is a great original movie and very well written and very well performed by Sam Rockwell, just like I said. And Moon should be definitely be on Criterion. In my opinion, I think it fits. It fits perfectly on that, for that kind of category of a sci-fi psychological character piece of a movie. Just focus on one character alone, and Moon is perfect for that. Cause every Criterion film that I've seen so far that I own on Blu-ray has been focusing on characters and the journey that the story goes on with the particular character, and Moon is definitely that, and it's just a perfect fit for the Criterion collection, and that is Moon. I've been kind of thinking about this one for a couple of while. Like, does this fit in the Criterion? Does this not fit in the Criterion? I'm not sure, because I think when I watch the film, it feels like a Criterion collection film. That's Plane, Trains, and Automobile. A John Hughes film, and it's a great film. A great film with two different characters had to go journey to go home, and just John Candy and Steve Martin is wonderful in the film. And we just had a John Hughes film on that is The Breakfast Club, and I think Plane, Train, and Automobile is perfect for that, because it's all about the characters and what the journey goes on, and it's just if it's a fitting for that kind of film to put on Criterion. I think it's perfect for it. And you may be, it's my opinion, but we all have different opinions. But I think Planes and Trains and Automobile is perfect for it, and it's a great film about desperation, about a particular character just want to go home, and it's all characters and characters and character, and that's what the story and was written for that. And I think it's perfect for the Criterion collection is to own that. And I think we deserve like a better transfer than the Blu-ray release that we got. But like I said, it's just the story what deserved to be on the Criterion collection. That's Planes and Trains and Automobile. And it's a wonderful, wonderful film. I love the ending of the film. It's very charming, and by the same time hilarious, and it's a perfect balance between drama and comedy, and it's a great, great film. Um, Criterion had been released some several Alfred Hitchcock film in the Criterion collection. But this particular film, I think, is perfect for the Criterion collection. And I think that I wish this was part of the Criterion collection. that is Rear Window, a psychological, nerve-wracking, just an exciting film with great characters and just great acting overall, and a great suspense and great direction in this movie. Set in one location, one setting, and one um big gigantic story, but in the smaller setting. It's just it's one of those films that I've watched multiple times because it gets better when we watch multiple times, and just you find something really new to it, and how Alfred Hitchcock directed it on Rear Window. It's just brilliant, and Rear Window is brilliant filmmaking and a brilliant film as well, and it's just if fitting is a perfect fit for the Criterion Collection. Yes, we can add Psycho or The Birds or many other Alfred Hitchcock films, but I think Rear Window is an exception for it, and I think I kind of wish that was part of the Criterion Collection. Yes, I have a Blu-ray; it looks fantastic on Blu-ray, but Criterion I think gonna give a much better treatment for that. Maybe a 4K digital transfer or a brand new special features that has not yet put including the original Blu-ray. But in the end, this is a great film that is fitting for the Criterion Collection, and how psychological it is for the movie of one man who is a photographer and he had an injury, but he cannot go anywhere. He had to stay in his apartment the whole time, and there's a mystery going on, and it's a great mystery story as well. And that's what, and I think Rear Window is a deserving to add in the Criterion Collection, in my opinion. The final two is these are the two movies I adore and love, and that deserve in the Criterion Collection treatment. Two, it goes on a. This is a film that's paid homage to silent film era, and the love of silent film acting as well. That's The Artist. I believe it came out 2010, 2011, around that year, or 2009, around that year. But this is a film that I watched. I don't know how many times I've seen this movie. It's beautiful. It's heartbreaking at times, and also it's a wonderful, wonderful film, paying homage to the silent era. And I think The Artist is perfect to it. You see like Charlie Chaplin Limelight, or Charlie Chaplin The Circus, many Charlie Chaplins, or even, and this is the film that takes place in the world of behind the scenes of filmmaking, how the actor had to deal with the tradition of a talking what's going to happen, how his career as an actor will go away because the talking is coming up, and it's a new thing, and it's just the mentality that he goes on, the main actor who is a well-known famous actor who had to go through, that he's scared of this transition, that he's scared that no one's gonna recognize him anymore, that he has the reputation that he has as a silent actor. And this film is a beautiful, beautiful film, a well-deserved win for Best Picture, and this film has become one of my favorite films of all time. The Artist is an excellent, brilliant filmmaking, and it's just every scene goes on in this movie just brings the big smile on my face. You see what's going on in the world of silent era, and you got a great cast in this movie, and just a beautiful, beautiful movie. And as the film progresses, it's just that actor, that very well-known actor, has becoming a sort of a background, an outsider now, because he's being overshadowed what's coming up next, and just and what he deal with the heartbreak that he has, like he's no longer the same as what he was, and just The Artist is a beautiful film, especially the ending of the film. It's just it gives you a gut punch, but at the same time really nerve wracking and edge of your seat, like what's gonna happen in this movie. And The Artist is, I think, in my opinion, is perfect for the Criterion Collection, because I think The Artist deserve that, and The Artist is one of my favorite films of all time, and one of the films I love and we watched multiple times, and it's just The Artist deserve that. Now, before we go to my number one, I would like to give one honorable mention. That is The Truman Show. Brilliant film, but and well performed by Jim Carrey. But my number one is Life is Beautiful. Oh, this movie. Okay, I have a lot of things to say about this movie. I saw this movie for the first time a couple months ago, and I loved it. I loved it. For a lot of reasons, this movie is perfect for the Criterion Collection. It's the setting, it's the theme of this movie that takes place in the Holocaust era and how devastating that era is. And also, after that, it's about a father trying to protect his son in the movie during the Holocaust time that he had to gone through, and trying to cheer his son. He's it's it is a sad movie, but at the same time, there's some charming elements sprinkled in that he's trying to protect his son in the movie, and and it, with a beautiful performance by Roberto Benigni, that's what it is. Roberto Benigni, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I had to use my phone, for that pronunciation, whatever. Beautiful performance. You actually see that he's a father that actually cares about his son, trying to protect his son, even though they're in a situation that is horrific and horrible that they're in as a Holocaust area that they're in, and he trying to figure out how to protect his son, and through the ending, that ending was the most devastating thing I ever seen in my life. And if you know what I'm talking about, if you've seen this movie, but there's hope. There's some sort of upbringing in the end of the movie that there is something to live for. That the title question, Life is Beautiful, and how the father appreciates himself that he's trying to protect his son, and it's a beautiful, beautiful movie, but at the same time, heartbreaking, and that's what makes this movie perfect for the Criterion Collection. And I don't know what it is, because I saw this movie for the first time a couple of months ago, and it's new into my mind, and it's one of the movie I just cannot stop thinking about it, because how beautiful the chemistry between the father and son, and how situation that he has to be he's in, that the son is so oblivious what's going on. He doesn't know what it is because he's a child, but the father knows what's going on, and he's trying to cheer his son. And it's a beautiful, beautiful movie. At the same time, really sad, just like I said. And all throughout the movie, in the beginning of the movie, it's all about setup and build up to the point that what they're going to take in, and it's all about character development. It's who is Roberto Benigni character is. He's a charming, lovable, very freeing, very lively human being who loved to cheer people up, and who in love with the woman that he had a crush on, and they got married and they had a kid, and then things took a turn from happy to sad, but there's some hope, and this movie has a sense of hope throughout, and I'm when I watch it, I feel for them, with that being said, this movie had a perfect balance with drama and comedy. Just to sprinkle in some charming moments throughout in the second half, the rest of the movie, what they take place in, because with the moment that you are in some devastating times, but there is some light. There is something you can laugh at, and that is okay. It's okay to laugh something that you're in a situation that is horrific, and that's what this movie is. Because the father had to cheer his son up, and this movie is a wonderful, wonderful film, and I'm glad I saw this movie for the first time. And I can understand why people love this movie. And I believe this Blu-ray is out of print. I bought this Blu-ray really cheap on Half Price Books, and I'm glad I got that really cheap, like $8. The transfer in the Blu-ray is okay. I know if this movie was released in Criterion, I know it's gonna be a day one purchase for me. But I know they're gonna give a better transfer. But at the end, Life is Beautiful is perfect for the Criterion Collection, and it's perfect for the theme, the message, and the setting that they're in, and it's a time period film as well, and it's perfect for that. The acting is wonderful, the direction is wonderful. Life is Beautiful is perfect, and I think it's my number one most wish. I hope and wish that Criterion will release Life is Beautiful on Criterion. I hope. I hope. And all the films that I mentioned, I hope Criterion release them on Criterion. Because I love Criterion. Criterion, the Criterion Collection means a definition of discovering new film that I haven't seen or never heard of. But you're discovering something new and unique and different. That's where all these films that I mentioned are different and unique, and not something like a big budget movie like Marvel Cinematic Universe or fantasy like Lord of the Rings. No, this five films that I mentioned, including the Truman Show that I mentioned in honorable mention, our films are very different and unique and one of a kind and original that deserve to be in a Criterion Collection. For example, you got House, a crazy bonkers film, insane, right? And you got Seven Samurai. We got a 3 hour long epic film, but it's a foreign film. It's a samurai film. It's different. It's unique, and that's what this Criterion Collection is. And also another sample, Night of the Living Dead, a very different, unique film. That's what these 5 films that I mentioned to be, that should be on the Criterion Collection. Yeah, that's all I can say. This is my top 5 most want. This is my top 5 film that should belong on the Criterion Collection for a lot of reasons. And there's many more that I want, but this is the top 5, the big ones. And you have not seen any of this film that I mentioned, I highly recommend them, especially Life is Beautiful and The Artist. Anyways, I had a lot of fun making this video. I have so much fun. I love talking about films, and I'm glad I did this because I really wanted to do this. It's been in my mind, like I wanted to see it until I saw Nathan Hill's movies video that he did on top 10 film that should belong to the Criterion. I decided to do my top 5 film that should belong in the Criterion Collection. And link below if you have not seen this video. Yeah, it's a great video. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and give a like, and I'll be much appreciated and much obliged. Yeah, comment below with what film you want that should belong in the Criterion Collection. And yeah, see ya.